Hello traders, since we've had a newly formed monthly bar, I thought it'd be useful to go through some of my longer term outlooks on the dollar pairs. The longer term markets dictate the shorter term markets, not the other way around. Therefore, analysis of the weekly time frame and the monthly is vital for success if you're looking to take advantage of swings and the longer term moves. Since we're in peak market conditions, we're likely to see some significant market breakouts before the summer lull starts at about May. If you've not seen my video on the analysis techniques I use, please do check it out. I'll link it up right here. It'll make viewing my videos in the future much clearer, and you'll be able to understand the techniques I use better. So with the euro dollar, we see a strong rejection off of this longer term time frame on the weekly. However, we do remain within the range boundary we have set for the last, since it was about 9 months. As we're still within this this range, the weekly the weekly trend line, will come in pretty soon. If I'll just zoom in a little bit, it's not too clear. But we have broken the highs here, so this is now a trend line. We haven't got too much room to the bearish side, so we're kind of in a decision area here. Any rejection off of this trend line would signal that we're ready to move up. Potentially we could even complete this D at 111.30. However, breaking this trend line would signal that we are in a bear market, and we would continue I'll just zoom out again, the move downwards with the target. I believe it's around parity actually. Yeah, so it's even below parity, but we've got a monthly D coming in at parity. We'll have to see. That's a long way off, but we would retest the bottom of this range. So the first target would be 10460. 1.0460. So we'll move on to cable. So cable, we have, first of all, obviously that we've moved considerably since the fallout of Brexit. We have found support at 1.2. We've never closed below it. And in my opinion, we do strengthen from here. We are overextended. It's a 118 fade, arguably a 127 fade. After failing to take out the lows, I think we do strengthen, and we could see this complete up towards 1.32. We have a bit of bullish momentum to get up there, but our first target would be 127.70 before breaking the highs potentially and going up towards our overall weekly target. The monthly isn't telling us too much. It's a similar story with just sort of a failure to close below 1.2 and strengthening off of that. However, if we do close below this trend line, I think we are opening up a fast move down to again parity with the dollar pound, which would be something incredible. Would have to go back a long time to the mid 80s. We did get almost towards parity, 1.05. I'm not sure we've ever actually been at parity. I'd have to look back even further. But that's an extreme scenario. So with the Aussie, it's in a range on the weekly, as you know, I like putting them in green boundaries, and we have rejected off the top, which does open up a move towards the bottom of the range. The risk to reward would make sense for a trade downward. However, if we can break and hold above these highs here, it does open up a move towards 0.8. And the 200 EMA comes into play there, so that's a great target. However, we should assume that the price is just going to come off towards 0.6940, as it has done a couple times. And we could see some continuing Aussie weakness. So it's a pretty similar story with New Zealand. The monthly outlook is quite unclear. We are looking towards strengthening. However, there's nothing to say that we can't go down, test test a level down here, for example, at the 27% retracement, that would be a good level to go long towards the 0.7770. On the weekly, we've broken an inner trend line bearishly. If I just remove this rectangle, and that does indicate we're likely to go test the outer trend line at 0.68, and I think we do get there. I think we see weakness in both the Aussie and the New Zealand. They are correlated, so it is likely that they both come off at the same time. So with dollar CAD, as you know, I've not been trading the CAD for a while as the price is just sort of grinding up with no overall direction. We have a broken trend line bearishly, but not convincing in my opinion. So we could see a move down to 1.3. I don't know if we break. It's a very strong level at 1.3. If you look on the monthly, it's sort of held and provided a lot of support and resistance in the past. In fact, recently it's been one of the strongest support and resistance that I can think of in the Forex market. So there's not a lot of room down to there. It's about 300 pips. It's maybe not the highest probability. We could just break these highs, and if we do break these highs, we'd have to look for sort of a monthly support. We're looking at 1.4 as a good target there. So with the yen, we found support at 110 this week. And we did go up and retest the 111.30 level. I think we do resume the yen strength, and we do push this market down towards the Fibonacci D target, which is 107.20. I think that's a great target, and it makes sense fundamentally also. I think we see some dollar weakness coming in after strengthening last week. So yeah, that wraps it up, guys. That's my longer term outlook. If you've liked these longer term outlooks, I can do them weekly. Obviously, we won't have a new monthly bar every week, but we definitely can analyze the weekly markets. But do like and subscribe for daily analysis, and I will talk to you tomorrow for Monday morning analysis. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.